Most people assume that keeping a youthful appearance into your later decades is a lottery of good genetics. The reality is much colder. Looking significantly younger than your chronological age is entirely a biological engineering challenge. We decay because of specific environmental exposures and dietary inputs that quietly dismantle our cellular structure over time. The primary environmental driver of this decay is ultraviolet radiation. The sun is responsible for roughly 80% of what we categorize as natural aging. Internally, the primary decay driver is a process called glycation. When you consume high amounts of sugar, it creates advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These sugar molecules physically cross-link with your skin's collagen. This essentially caramelizes your skin fibers. They lose their elasticity, turn stiff and brittle, and eventually snap under tension, creating the sagging we associate with getting older. Even the most advanced topical creams will struggle to outpace the rate of structural degradation if these foundational, external, and internal factors aren't managed first. To actually reverse this damage, we have to move past surface-level hygiene and target the deep structural layer beneath the surface, called the dermis. As we accumulate years, our natural rate of cellular turnover progressively slows down. This biological mechanism, known as cellular senescence, means older, damaged cells remain on the surface far longer than they should. There is a singular, proven intervention to reverse this specific slowdown: prescription-strength retinoids, like tretinoin. Retinoids do not moisturize the skin. They are active chemical agents that bind to cellular receptors and force your older skin cells to divide and regenerate at the rapid speed of a 20-year-old's biology. By doing this, you thicken the dermis and push out fine lines from below, directly intervening in the cellular cycle to ensure new tissue is generated faster than it can be damaged. A flawless, regenerated surface layer offers little benefit if the physical foundation underneath it is collapsing. The visual geometry of youth is defined by an inverted shape known as the triangle of youth: high, prominent cheekbones that taper down into a tight, highly defined jawline. Chronological aging and progressive bone density loss invert this geometry. Without support, facial volume shifts downward, resulting in a hollow, sunken appearance around the eyes and cheeks, while gravity pulls the lower face into a widened base. Maintaining the structural scaffolding of the face and the entire body requires active intervention. You have to combat muscle atrophy with heavy, targeted resistance training. If you meticulously maintain your skin texture, but allow your underlying musculature and structural volume to wither, you will still project an aged, frail appearance. We can organize the defense against these mechanisms into a strict sequential daily hierarchy called the triage protocol. It consists of 3 stages: protect, repair, and build. Step 1 is to protect. Every single morning requires the application of SPF 50 or higher. This is an absolute, non-negotiable requirement to erect a physical barrier against ongoing UV collagen destruction. Step 2 is to repair. While the body rests at night, you apply your prescription retinoids to force structural cellular regeneration. This repair phase also demands a dietary pivot. You must strip out refined carbohydrates and replace them with high protein and healthy fats. This starves the glycation process by removing the sugar molecules that caramelize your collagen. These first 2 steps alone do not create a youthful physique. Instead, they halt the immediate biological bleeding and establish a stabilized, defensive baseline. Step 3 is to build. By pairing that high daily protein intake with consistent heavy resistance training, you add necessary structural volume back to the body's frame. This physical exertion guarantees fluid, pain-free movement and an upright skeletal posture, which function as powerful subconscious biological signals of vitality. It is this combination of physical capability and structural alignment that signals a youthful biological state to an observer, regardless of chronological age. This is the entire objective of the protocol. You are transitioning from passively surviving the passage of time to actively managing your own biological outputs. Long-term cellular change does not respond to short-term bursts of effort. It requires absolute daily consistency. Start today.